Okay, so today we're going to look at percent composition, and remember percent composition is looking at how much each element is present within a compound or a molecule. So for example, we use magnesium carbonate in our notes, and so I can ask you to find the percent composition of this. And so what we are going to do is we're going to look at the percent of each element and how it is involved in the overall composition of this compound. So first thing we do is find the formula mass. Remember, this is measured in grams, and it's just pulling the atomic masses off the periodic table. So I have one magnesium atom, so I have 24.31 times 1 carbon atom, so 12.01, and then 3 oxygen atoms, 3 times the mass, 16. And when I add it up, I get 84.32 grams. This is 100% of magnesium carbonate. Okay, so now I want to see how much is made up of magnesium, how much is made up of carbon, and how much is made up of oxygen when within this particular compound. So I'm going to split it up. Okay, so I take magnesium, and it's just basically doing part over whole. It's like if you were looking at your grades. How many points did you actually get out of the total possible amount? So magnesium had a 24.31 mass, and I put it over the whole, 84.32, and I multiply it by 100 because we are looking at percentages. And if you plug this into your calculator, you would get 28.83%. So I know out of 84.32 grams, or out of whatever sample that I get for magnesium carbonate, 28.83% is always going to be made up of magnesium. So then I do the same thing for carbon. I do part over whole times 100, and I would get 14.24%. So any sample I get, 14.24% of magnesium carbonate is made up of carbon. And then lastly, I do oxygen. So I have to do the full amount, or account for all of the atoms present, so 3 times 16 divided by 84.32 times 100. And I get 56.93%. And I know that I've calculated all of this right because all of the percentages should add up close to 100%. Usually, if you're between 99.9 to 100.1%, you have it correct. Okay? So very simple. It's just a lot of work, a lot of steps. Occasionally, you will be given problems where you're just asked to find one thing. So if we were looking at, let's say, octane, and octane is represented by C8, H18, and I asked you to find the percent composition of just carbon. You don't have to do each individual element now. All you have to do is start off with adding up the formula mass, so 8 times 12.01 for carbon, plus 18 times 1.01 for hydrogen, equals 114.26 grams. And then from there, I can just find carbon's amount. So 8 times 12.01 divided by the total 114.26 times 100. Now we'll get 84.09%. And so I don't have to do all elements because